we've got ascending triangle. It's not the prettiest thing, but sometimes I notice these things don't have to be like they show you in the pictures to actually work, just like they show you in the pictures. This is an ascending triangle. Chainlink chart, folks. Chainlink daily chart. This is what I've been focusing on. Now, lots of other things out there in the money markets will probably relate to this situation right here, right now. Thursday, we've got the government, the two-party government debating, trying to decide what to do about this situation here. In 1917, it was decided that the legal limit of the debt that the government can assume once the U.S. hits the limit and exhausts ways to pay its bills, Congress must lift the ceiling in order for the government to continue to borrow to meet its obligations. If it doesn't, the country could be forced to default, which experts warn would be economically catastrophic. So basically, if you've watched my videos and the things I've said, the entire world economy is essentially a Ponzi scheme. We sell our debt to people around the world, governments, whoever around the world, and then we print money to pay them a little bit of interest. We just keep printing money and printing money. Now, I just saw this in the news. I didn't even know about this, but this is just the point I was making, right? So, of course, it's almost like watching a group of kindergartners, right? I don't want to be rude and insulting, but it's just so childish and stupid. It's almost beyond comprehension. Of course, they're going to raise the ceiling. Yes, right? Of course, they're going to raise it. Because if they don't, the world economy literally just is destroyed overnight.
Headed for a disaster of biblical proportions. Biblical. What he means is Old Testament, yeah, Mayor. Real wrath of God type stuff. There's fire and brimstone coming down from the sky. Rivers and seas boiling. 4 years of darkness, earthquake, volcano, the dead rising from the grave. Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together. Mass hysteria. Enough, I get the point.
So yeah, they're going to raise the debt ceiling. But what if they don't? So that's interesting. I just saw that. But yeah, they're going to raise it. I'll give you the cliff notes on the situation, right? Guy sitting in his underwear in the living room. Let me tell you what they're going to do. They're going to raise the limit. So it's almost embarrassing. It's like a Saturday Night Live skit, but Saturday Night Live skit. That's how stupid and embarrassing. Let's not. I need to get away from that, man. Okay, Chainlink daily chart. I've been showing you this. We've got an ascending triangle. So usually this is a strong uptrend. And my last video, I left off saying watch $8 to $8.20. I think I said $7.60 to like $8.20. Chainlink chart. Watch that for the next target, the next top. But what I've noticed here is I just saw this form. Ascending triangle. These are usually a continuation and a strong. And what I've been thinking, right, is that we're taking a break, right? Chainlink is taking a break, and there's another pump coming because Bitcoin is strong, right? Bitcoin is strong. So as long as Bitcoin and the traditional markets don't dump on Thursday, that's their date. Why it just popped up in the last 48 hours in the media, I'm not sure. But Thursday is the date. We've reached a limit of debt that was made law in 1917. And we cannot go above this unless, of course, we raise it. So it's a Ponzi scheme, right? So, of course, they're going to... You know what happens after Ponzi schemes fall apart, right? People should go to prison because it's a fucking crime. Excuse my language. But, yeah. So, the Ponzi scheme will continue. Let's go back to this article. Let's see what happens if they don't raise the ceiling. Where was that? I just want to show you this part here. These photos crack me up, right? It's this is something a 6-year-old child would just instantly just go, yeah, you have to raise it. There's no other option. So The whole system is a fake, right? Oh, look at that! It's got some thunder going outside my window. Right. This whole economy is based on oil, crude oil that comes out of the ground. Right. It's all based on mass murder and crime. Right. It's just a big syndicate of fucking criminals. But let's not get into that, I suppose. Um, okay, if the Republicans and Democrats don't resolve their differences, it'll cause a default. The range of consequences includes a stock market crash, a recession, higher interest rates for consumers, a weak dollar, a United States credit downgrade, and a government unable to meet all its obligations, from funding the military to providing social security benefits. So social security in itself is a Ponzi scheme. I don't know how this was ever allowed to happen, right? It's just one Ponzi scheme on top of another Ponzi scheme, and it's all backed up by crime and mass murder. But I suppose I'm getting a little off subject now. Let's not get emotional. Um, let's get back. It's weird how you can read just that all comes out of this chart, right? That all flashes in front of my face looking at this chart right here that you're looking at right now. Okay, so ascending triangle on the Chainlink chart. I had said on my last video for a target for you to watch for this to max out before the next break would be about 820 to about 8 and maybe here, but somewhere in here this is probably going to do something like this out of the blue support and then take a break and then probably at the yellow, because that's what it's been doing. Chainlink is in this range for about 10 months now. If as long as Bitcoin is strong, this should continue up. And I would be nibbling. I've been doing really good on this lately. I've suddenly figured out another thing about short and long at the same time, and I'll get into that in another video. And it's just occurred to me what these traders are doing and how they're making so much money, and I'll show that to you in a later video. So hit that subscribe button, and I'll get back to you on that. But let's get that off there. Okay, so oops, don't move my lines. Okay, so this triangle here usually, well, I mean, it just backs up everything I was saying, right? It's usually a continue. Well, not usually. I don't want to use the usually, but it's looking to be a continuation pattern, right? It comes up here and then boom, and it goes up here, right? And the price for this would be, let's see, $7 to it's not a beautiful triangle, but $5.50 or so, $1.50 from here, from 7. That would put us at the price target for this. Let's scratch this down so we're gonna see what we're doing. The price target for a breakout up. Now it could break down from here, and that's what that Thursday thing has me worried about, right? if they don't raise the debt ceiling, you're talking about catastrophic market crashes. So they're not going to do that, but maybe they will do that. That would suck. So if they don't do that, and it just feeds in. This I've just been watching this. It just fits in perfectly, right? So $8.50. The breakout from this ascending triangle would be about right here, kind of right at the top of this purple zone, right about there. So the wick would come up to, and then probably a dump, and just like I was saying, then up to the yellow. But what I've suddenly noticed is we've got a cup and handle, folks. A cup and handle. What's a cup and handle? So let's just ignore my scribble. I scribbled there. Okay, there's a cup and handle here, and I've learned all this from a couple years ago, right before the last Bitcoin halving cycle. I watched probably 1,000 hours or more just packed into a short time. A while back, I like to talk about my personal experiences because I have no other way to just say this and that, because this is what I've learned. A while back, Elon Musk caused the Bitcoin crash. which was probably coming anyways. I just needed a piece of news to do it. And right after that happened, this whole thing just became super clear to me. In part because I watched market analysis on YouTube, and lots of it was really bad, and lots of it was wrong, and some was really good, and some was right. But it just taught me, right? It just taught me. So it was because I had basically all my liquid money wrapped up into it, so I had skin in the game. So had a reason to really be interested. So I don't recommend doing that. But at the same time, there's no greater way to learn than by experience. So don't be stupid. This is a super volatile market, and you will lose your butt. You will lose your butt. So if you have a bunch of money, say I have no money, so I didn't have a whole lot to risk, right? But if you have a bunch of money, don't do anything stupid, right? But anyways, back to my point is that's where I learned where this cup and handle pattern come from. And so like a long time ago back in Bitcoin, they were talking about a cup and handle pattern showing up on the Bitcoin chart where supposedly Bitcoin was going to go up to $72,000. And they talked about it for over and over and over and over. But they were wrong, and they were super wrong because it went the other way. But that's where I learned, right? So see this right here? This is a big cup. This is a big cup. And I just now realized this might be the first analysis you hear. This is the Chainlink daily chart, but this might represent a lot of the crypto world and a lot of the major markets. Perhaps, maybe not. So let me show you a cup and handle. See this? Look at this. Look at this. Right here. See the top of this green arrow? It's here. See that? That's how you measure it. And it's almost perfect, right? Boom. Cup and handle. Boom. See this? And this is where we're at right now. Right now. And I've been thinking, I just got out of a short, to be honest with you. And a lot of this is just, for me, it's just muscle memory at this point, right? But if you don't know this stuff, then this is what I want to show you. So I can see this without drawing stupid lines all over the place. But here it is. See this descending channel here? Here's the cup. Boom, it turns into a descending channel. So we're not in a descending channel yet. See that? See that? This is that ascending triangle I'm showing you. And in the cup and handle, this will break down. Watch this. Look at this. See this? See that? See that? Right there? And I've been thinking dumpy dump down back into the blue based on the last 10 months. I don't want to talk too much, but I can see it. There's one here. That's pretty similar. Sideways, boom. It's the only one in the last 10 months. Boom. And then boom, boom, back up. So I don't know if that's going to happen. And this Thursday thing with the debt ceiling just threw me off, right? I was just about ready to make this video, and I just saw it in the media. So I don't know what to do now. So I'm totally out, but I'm watching. I still think it might play out. It's just fun. It's fun, right? So don't play with too much money. Don't risk something you can't lose, because you're likely to lose it. But I've learned so much now, and it's just getting really, really interesting. So that cup and handle thing I just showed you here, this would turn into like a descending parallel channel. See this? So it's calling for this. Boom, dump. And that's what I was thinking. Dump, and then, right? I was saying break, dump, break, and then the next leg up. Boom, boom, right? Boom. So, but it's a cup and handle. It's an ascending triangle, which is kind of a bullish continuation pattern, which would suggest a pump up. But at the same time, it's a cup and handle, but it's not there yet, right? It's not there yet. The handle's not there yet. We're just going sideways. This yellow triangle here, right, is usually will break up in a continuation. See this big, strong continuation supported by big volume. See the volume getting bigger and bigger? This would suggest a major breakout and a higher price from the yellow triangle. Boom. But this is what I'm talking about. I think it might do this. Boom. Break down into this parallel channel, which no one sees yet, but it's a cup and handle. Boom. $8.50. Post-recording video edit guy here. The target for the cup and handle is here, $7. The bottom, $5.50. $1.50 from the breakout is basically, let's not get too involved, exactly at $8.50. The exact same target as the yellow ascending triangle, $8.50. The top of, reset the chart, my purple band of resistance. Can you see it? Now, that was not exact. That was not scientific, but I think you might see it. You might start to see it. Could be totally wrong. $8.50. See what I'm saying? No, well, do a little Googling. It's really fun. It's really very interesting. And it would appear I erased that article. But I was just going to make this video. It was going to be so cool. And then at the last second, right before I wanted to make it, I saw this stupid thing on the debt ceiling on Thursday. Something they did in 1917, right? Which is just so stupid. It just shows up right in my screen, right? In 1917, they said you can't go more than this debt. So I don't know how they've got to raise the debt ceiling. So if that just I'm totally out right now, right? I'm out. But I really feel like I've got a lot to offer in the coming days and months and weeks. In the next year or two, the Bitcoin halving cycle is in the next Bitcoin halving event is in about 430 days, a little over a year. And I really think you should subscribe to my channel, and we'll talk a lot about this because I'm seeing this really well now, folks. And just don't risk too much, right? Don't be stupid. And if you're watching YouTube videos out there are some people out there that will get you in trouble really, 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 really bad. So watch a lot of videos and soak it all in, and that's how you will learn. And if you have $100,000, then take $100 and play with it, right? And if you lose that, well, then come back and thank me later, right? So just slow down, don't be stupid, and I'm really thinking this is probably coming up to $8.50, and probably eventually. Now this is the daily chart, and I'm talking, maybe 4 weeks from now, right? We're up here in the yellow, and then when it hits the yellow, man, you got to watch out because But that's just speculation. But I'll talk to you later, man. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.
What if you're wrong? If I'm wrong, nothing happens. We go to jail peacefully, quietly. We'll enjoy it. But if I'm right, if we can stop this thing, Lenny, you're gonna save the lives.